Okay, so we're going to talk about present tense today. And there's two kinds. Okay, so one at a time. Oh. So simple present. Okay. There are two kinds of present. There's what we call simple and what we call continuous. Okay. Again, when you see this, you'll be like, yeah, I know that. Okay. Um, but there are differences in how we use these. And it may be different than your languages. Okay, so this is important. So simple present is habit, routine, okay, the everyday stuff, okay, and what we call frequency. So frequency is when you do, let me put this on the next. So when you say something like always, sometimes, never, okay, that's simple, what we call simple present. And then also just fact. Anybody know what is fact? Facts.
Yes.
Anybody know this word?
No.
Fact. Truth. Just something that's generally true. Right? It's class is Monday to Wednesday. Okay. The sun shines during the day. Okay, those are just facts. Okay. So, as far as form, this is all on Canvas, by the way. So don't worry about. I know some people like to take notes, and that's fine too. But you don't have to worry about missing something because, like I said, it is all on Canvas. Okay. I don't know why my computer does that. Okay. So let me just put this into a table for you. Okay, so with simple, only two forms. So just a little review for you guys. Let's use clean. It's a nice, easy one. Okay. So for I, you, we, or they, just what we call the base form of the verb. Hi, Patty.
Oh, hi.
Okay. My grammar people, do you remember he, she, or it? What's the
I
verb?
be. Oh no.
This verb, but for he or
Oh,
she,
she cleans.
cleans. Mm-hmm. So you have an S. Okay. That's the only difference between the two. Okay. So I, you, we, or they, just the base verb. He, she, or it, cleans. Okay. Easy, right? No problem. Except when you're writing it and sometimes you go, oh, wait a minute, I forgot the S or I forgot this or, it happens. All right. I did not tell you to do that. Yeah, undo. Yeesh. Okay. This is what I'm going to start quizzing you on. All right. How do we do a negative? Okay, so here is I clean, which is affirmative or positive. How do we do a negative? I
Clean it.
negative.
I don't.
Excuse me.
I don't
Does
clean it.
Doesn't clean?
I
Doesn't
don't.
clean? Oh,
I
I
don't
clean.
Oh, yeah.
clean.
If my
I
computer
don't
would stop
clean.
changing stuff. I don't clean.
I don't clean.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I know this looks really easy, but when we get to the next part of present, okay, it's totally different. So let's remind ourselves how we do these. Okay.
He, she, it doesn't, yeah?
Yeah, exactly. Uh-huh. He, she, or it doesn't what?
Doesn't clean.
Clean it.
Clean.
Clean. Doesn't
S or
clean.
no S?
Yes.
No,
No,
No.
Oh, we gotta
No.
fight. Yes,
No.
no, yes, no.
Yes.
No.
No.
because it's
For a
doesn't.
negative, the S is here.
yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so that's kind of one of those things that happens a lot in English. Like you can only have one S. You can only have one negative. You can only have one past if you have two verbs together. So if you have the S there, it's not going to be again on the verb. Here we need the S because it's the only one. Okay. So this is just one of those little things that you forget because there's just so much, right? Okay. All right. Everybody okay on this so far?
Not sure.
Everybody's like, yeah, teacher, we did this before. Okay. All right. One of the things, and like I said, thank you to those of you who do your homework early, because this came up in this class and my other class. When we talk about time, okay, or frequency. So if you say something like every day,
Every
Uh,
morning.
on every morning, every summer, every year, you can use every for pretty much anything, right? Every day, on Sundays, once a week. Okay.
In the evening.
In the evening. Or evenings. You can do it plural also. So one of the things about this, and I know this is true, I don't know about Russian or Vietnamese, but I know for Spanish, this is going to be different. These go at the beginning or the end of the sentence. Okay, so when you use these, in a lot of languages, you can just put it in the middle. I go every day to school. In English, no. It goes at the beginning, every day I go to school, or the end, I go to school every day. Okay. Like I said, some languages are more flexible. English, not so much. Okay. So this is something I've seen in people's writing. Now, just to confuse you a little more. Why? Stop it. Always. Usually. Rarely. Does anybody know what is rarely?
I
This might
don't.
be a new word.
Rarely.
Rarely.
It's like sometimes. Or never.
It's less than sometimes.
Less than sometimes.
Sometimes
Yeah.
it's more like half and half. Rarely is just a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. So you have the always, which is 100%, The never is 0, right? Sometimes is in the middle. So usually is a lot and rarely is a little,
Okay.
basically. Okay. These actually go before the verb. So this is a little different. So let me give you an example kind of using the same thing. Let's do this. Okay. So, end of the sentence. I buy milk every week. Or every week I buy milk. But not in the middle. You cannot put these in the middle. Okay, remember that. Okay. These kind of go in the middle. This is one of those weird things about English. Okay. So these go before the verb. So there you go. There's the verb. Buy always goes before. Okay. Okay, now this, if you would like to copy, because this particular thing I did not put on Canvas. So if you would like a picture or a copy, this is the one you want to copy. Okay, so what I'm going to have you do with this simple present, so I have talking questions for you that are in simple present. So it's part grammar, part discussion. Because these are definitely questions you can do like for conversation, but I want you to pay attention to the verbs and the grammar. Okay. So let me put these up. Let's see if I can get it exactly. Okay. All right. Again, anybody who wants a copy or a picture, and I will do my usual. I will copy this in the chat rooms, in the breakout rooms. All right. So what you're going to do is, like I said, this is a discussion, but it's also grammar based. So what do you usually do on weekends? I usually read my book. I usually do homework. I usually clean my house. Simple present. We do not say I am cleaning usually. Simple present. Habit, routine, something every day. Okay. Do you prefer coffee or tea? I prefer coffee. Not I am preferring, because it's not right now. It's a habit, a routine, something you do every day. Okay. So that's the idea here. Like I said, is you can discuss, have a conversation, but remember you're talking about habits. So you're using those simple verbs. Okay, so that's what I wanted to get with this. All right, let me pause. Okay, so the other kind of present is, I say present continuous. A lot of people say present progressive. So it really has two names. So if you see present continuous or present progressive, they're the same thing. Okay, just two different names. It's not two different tenses. Okay. So for this, we use this for something that's happening now, something that's temporary, something that's changing. Okay. So again, we're going to look at the format real quick. Again, this part is all on Canvas. So I'm going to put these all together. Okay, so for this, it's the verb be, our friendly verb be. And this is why I hate Google sometimes. What should we use? We'll use studying. Stop doing that. I gotta change my settings. Give me a second. I will fix this. Okay. All right. So this is, again, something you've seen before. And if you look at the definition, happening. So it's that ing. Okay. This is not something we use for every day. Okay. So, for example, you wouldn't say, I am going every week. You can use it that way, but it's a little weird. Okay. I am eating every day. No, it's I eat every day. Okay. But if you say, for example, I'm studying English now. I'm studying English this morning. I'm studying in Teacher Sandy's class, because that's temporary, it won't be forever, right? So this is the idea of present continuous or present perfect. I will tell you, this is a lot more usual in English than in other languages. We do use this more than you think. Oh, hold on, Jeanette's having a speaker problem. All right, Jeanette, you back?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. So, like I said, you're going to hear this a lot, but just remember when you say I always, it's not this one. That's the simple. Okay. All right. Let's look at negatives because, again, they're different. I can get this on one page here. No, not quite. There we go. Okay, so for negatives, different ways you can do this. Okay. Most people are going to use what we call the contraction. Everybody seen these?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is one of those things where if you don't study grammar, if you just learn English like from your friends or family, sometimes you don't know. I'm is I am,
Mm-hmm.
which is different than I, right? I is just I. But I get a lot of students, again, like I said, if you just kind of learn English, okay? But I get a lot of students who'll say something like this. I'm go to the store. because they've just kind of learned English on the street and they hear I'm, and they think that's I, me, right? And it's not, it's I am. So just one of those things to be careful when you speak or write. Okay. So there are a couple of ways you can do this. Google, stop it. Okay. So you can use the contraction and then not plus the ing. All right. Or I'm going to give you the alternative here also.
Aren't.
Yeah, there's only one way to do it. But the other,
Aren't. You aren't.
exactly, the aren't. Yeah.
Isn't.
So let me get these typed in and then I'll show you. And how about for he or she?
Isn't.
Isn't good. Mm-hmm. Okay. So you can do your, not, or you can do you aren't. Either one is fine. Either one is usual. Sometimes I tell my students, choose what's easier to pronounce. Okay. But the idea is this verb, this am, is, are, you can put it together with the subject, the person, or you can put it together with the not. It's really your decision. Which one do you like better? Which one's easier for you? But they're exactly the same as far as meaning. They're both correct. Mhm. All right, questions. Not yet. Okay. And of course, for these, you can also do I'm, your, she's, he's. In fact, they're very usual. In English, we're very lazy, so we love putting words together. Okay, so a couple things I want to go over. Pronunciation. Okay, so microphone's on. You're going to repeat. Yes, I'm waiting for everybody turning all microphones on.
We are here, teacher.
Yeah, about half of you are here. Yeah, we got, okay, 2/3. All right, studying.
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 When you have that Y
Studying.
and then the I, you pronounce both. So it's not studying, it's studying.
Studying. Okay. Studying.
Studying. Yeah.
Studying.
Whenever you do present continuous or progressive, you got to say that ing clearly. Okay. And it's not a natural sound for some of you.
Studying.
D will be good because they do the NG in Vietnamese all the time. So D, I think you'll be okay with this sound. Okay. All right. The other thing I want to do is pronounce this because, like I said, big difference between I and I'm. The same way people say I'm go, a lot of people will say I eating with no. Guess what? Without the you're missing half the verb. Okay, so pronunciation on these. You might not think you have to practice, but I hear it. Okay. All right, so let's repeat these. I'm.
I'm.
Yeah.
I want to hear that M. Good. Your.
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 He's.
His.
His.
Okay. She's.
She's.
His.
It's.
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 We're.
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 It sounds almost like weird. I know.
We're.
There.
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 Good.
There.
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 Yeah, good. Okay, and these are the other ones. Sometimes people hate pronouncing. Aren't.
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 This one's easier, I think. Isn't.
Isn't.
Isn't. Good. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. See, wasn't that nice? You got to go back to level 1 English for a minute. Ah, look. I am, you are. You remember that when you first learned English? Okay. But yeah, I just like to make sure, don't get lazy about the pronunciation. Because when you do, then when you actually like do the writing or write sentences, you forget the M for the I'm. Or you forget, to put something. So if you keep pronouncing this correctly, it'll stick in your head and you'll probably write it correctly. Okay, so that's just kind of what I wanted to get on. Okay. So like I said, the biggest thing with these is remembering when you use them. Continuous is what's going on now. Or what's changing now, or what's temporary. Okay. And then simple is this is something I always do. This is something I do every day. Okay. So that's kind of what I wanted to get across with these this week. Okay. Or today. All right. All right. So I do have more talking for you. Where are we at? God, it's almost 10:30 already. Time flies. All right. So we're going to do a little more talking. And then I'm going to show you the Canvas stuff. All right, so my picture and screenshot people, if you would like a picture or a screenshot, do it now. Okay, so here's your Canvas. Okay, so this was yesterday, all our past tense. And there's your practice. So the present, I have basically all on one page, all the information. So what I did is I just put this all into one table. So here's the positive, or what we call affirmative. Here's your negative forms. And here's your questions. Okay. For present continuous or progressive, some people say continuous, some people say progressive. It's the same thing. Here's your positive. This is your negative. Now this I did contraction with not. Okay. I might put in the other form of the negative in here because it is pretty common. You aren't, he isn't. Okay. I'll take a look at that. And then again, questions. Because look at the difference in the questions. This is really important because sometimes when you learn do, then you start putting do for everything. And continuous, you use am, is, or are. So there's a definite difference there in questions. All right, and again, great video. This shows the forms, the uses, it's got examples, and there's even a little quiz, a little test at the end if you want to try, see what you learned. Okay. All right, practice or assignment, whatever you want to call it. Okay. I put both kinds together. So you need to look at the sentence, okay, and decide, is this simple or is it continuous? Okay. Don't go too fast on this one. It looks really easy because it's present, but is it simple or is it continuous? So if you look at my example, let me see if I can make this a little bigger. There we go. If you look at my example, so I give you the verb, I tell you which verb to use, but you need to decide, is it go or going? What does this say? This morning. Is that every day or is just now?
This
Just now.
Now.
This morning.
Now. This morning is like now, so you're going to do are going. You're not going to do go. So this is where you have to think about it. Okay, so for example, number 1, we have Pedro. Here's the verb I want you to use. And then you got to look for this.
It
Eats. Not is eating, because it's every day. So every day eats. And Pedro is he. So you got to put S on the verb. So this is going to be eats. Okay. So it's one of those, like I said, just because it's present, which you guys already know and use a lot, you might think, oh yeah, and just do it really fast. Think first, then answer, okay? All right. So there are, what did I do? 16 sentences, okay? So watch your subjects. He, she, okay, they, okay. And then look for those words like this morning or every day. Is it habit or is it just now? Okay. All right. That's it right now. Your past and your present.